Have you ever pondered why women test men before fully committing to them? In this episode, we'll dive deep into this intriguing topic. You'll learn the compelling reasons behind women's actions and gain insight into how men often unknowingly fail these tests. We'll also explore common scenarios women use to evaluate men and reveal how you can successfully navigate these situations. Plus, I'll share practical tips and advice on how to ace these tests and demonstrate your true worth to the woman you desire. Remember, this knowledge could be the key to unlocking successful and lasting relationships with the women you find most appealing. So get ready to discover the secrets behind female psychology and learn how to become the best version of yourself in the eyes of the woman you desire. One of the biggest mistakes men make when dealing with women is assuming they have bad intentions. For example, if a woman asks you for advice, many men think she wants to use their answers to gossip about them behind their back. While some women may engage in such behavior, it's important not to generalize and assume all women are the same. Women typically seek validation from others, especially those they perceive as trustworthy. When a woman asks for your opinion or advice, it means she values your perspective and wants to hear what you have to say. By listening to your thoughts, she gains clarity and confirmation of her own feelings or decisions. This is an excellent opportunity to provide genuine guidance and support, while also learning more about the situation from her point of view. By approaching conversations with women in a respectful and honest manner, you build trust and establish deeper connections. Instead of jumping to conclusions or assuming malicious intent, take the time to understand their perspectives and offer meaningful support. This approach fosters healthier relationships and opens doors to greater understanding and connection. Women often employ subtle tactics to assess a man's confidence and self-assurance. One common method they use is posing questions to challenge his beliefs or opinions. For instance, a woman might inquire about your career goals or personal aspirations with the intention of gauging your level of ambition and drive. By asking these types of questions, she seeks to understand how you perceive success and whether your goals align with her own values and priorities. Your responses can provide insight into your level of confidence and whether you possess the qualities she looks for in a partner. When faced with these inquiries, it's important to remain composed and articulate your thoughts clearly and confidently. Sharing your goals and aspirations demonstrates ambition and drive, while maintaining a humble and open-minded attitude will showcase your ability to handle challenging conversations with grace and maturity. By navigating these discussions successfully, you can impress the woman and potentially foster a deeper connection based on mutual respect and admiration. Another way women test men is by presenting them with choices that appear to pit one option against another. By offering a seemingly difficult decision, women can observe how men weigh the alternatives and arrive at a conclusion. For example, a woman might suggest two different activities for a date, one that caters to her interests and another that aligns with the man's preferences. By presenting this choice, she gauges his willingness to compromise and prioritize her needs and desires. Men who demonstrate flexibility and a willingness to consider the woman's perspective are often seen as more desirable as they showcase qualities such as empathy and consideration. In such situations, it's important to carefully consider the options presented and thoughtfully explain your reasoning for making a particular choice. Demonstrating a balanced approach that takes both your own preferences and the woman's interests into account can make you appear thoughtful and considerate. This approach allows you to stand out as a mature and empathetic individual who is capable of forming meaningful connections. Many men mistakenly believe that appearing vulnerable or sharing their emotions with women is a sign of weakness. However, this couldn't be further from the truth. Vulnerability and emotional openness are crucial for building deep connections with women. When men are willing to expose their true selves and share their feelings, they demonstrate a high level of trust and intimacy. This emotional transparency creates a safe space for women to reciprocate by opening up themselves and forming a stronger bond. Unfortunately, many men fail this test by hiding their emotions or avoiding vulnerable conversations. By doing so, They prevent the development of a genuine and profound connection with the woman. To pass this test, it's essential to embrace vulnerability and communicate your emotions honestly and openly. Share your thoughts and feelings in a respectful and sincere manner, and be prepared to listen and empathize with her experiences as well. By creating a culture of emotional honesty and openness, you can build a lasting connection with the woman and foster a deeper, more meaningful relationship. In certain instances, women may employ a seemingly harsh or critical approach to gauge a man's resilience and determination. For example, she might jokingly criticize a decision you've made or challenge your perspective on a particular topic. While her words may appear negative on the surface, they are often intended to assess how you respond to criticism and whether you can maintain a positive outlook in the face of negativity. A man who remains calm and composed, demonstrating a willingness to learn and grow from the experience, is likely to pass this test. Conversely, men who become defensive, dismissive, or overly emotional may come across as insecure and lacking in confidence. To successfully navigate this type of testing, it's important to maintain a positive and open mindset. Listen attentively to her feedback and demonstrate a willingness to learn and improve. Responding with grace and maturity will showcase your emotional stability and capacity for self-growth, ultimately impressing the woman and strengthening your bond with her. Some women may inadvertently cause distress or discomfort to assess a man's patience and ability to handle challenging situations. For instance, she might intentionally engage in behaviors that cause anxiety or frustration, such as being consistently late or failing to follow through on plans. By observing your reactions to these stressors, she evaluates your capacity to remain calm and composed in difficult circumstances. Men who demonstrate patience, understanding, and a willingness to find solutions are more likely to pass this test. Those who respond with anger, irritability, or a lack of empathy may come across as immature and ill-equipped to handle the complexities of a relationship. To successfully navigate this type of testing, it's important to remain patient and level-headed. Practice active listening skills to understand her perspective and consider the underlying reasons for her behavior. By responding with empathy and a positive attitude, you'll demonstrate emotional stability and maturity, qualities that are highly valued by women. When faced with these tests, it's crucial to avoid common mistakes that can sabotage your chances of success. Many men unknowingly fail these tests due to a lack of self-awareness and emotional intelligence. They may react impulsively, fail to communicate effectively, or struggle to maintain composure in challenging situations. However, by understanding the underlying motivations behind these tests and developing the necessary skills to navigate them successfully, men can significantly improve their chances of passing these tests and forming lasting connections with the women they desire. By embracing emotional intelligence, practicing effective communication skills, and cultivating a mindset of resilience and growth, men can position themselves for success in the dating world and achieve their relationship goals. In conclusion, the question of why women test men before committing to them can be attributed to various factors, including their desire for a strong and confident partner, their need for emotional connection, and their pursuit of a fulfilling and lasting relationship. By understanding these motivations and implementing the strategies outlined in this guide, men can successfully navigate the testing phase and forge deep, meaningful connections with the women they desire. Remember, each woman is unique and there is no one-size-fits-all approach to passing these tests. However, the principles and advice provided in this guide can serve as a valuable foundation for building your own framework for success. Embrace emotional intelligence, practice effective communication skills, and cultivate a mindset of resilience and growth. As you continue to develop these qualities, you will become more adept at passing the tests women use to evaluate potential partners. With persistence and dedication, you can enhance your dating prospects and pave the way for a successful and fulfilling romantic journey.